Oh, hey, it's Mark Lynn here with your video thought for the day. I love this. And look at it, it's going round and round. There's nothing in here to make it go round and round, but it's going round and round. Okay, watch it. Hold on, it'll take it a second. I just have to focus. See, I'm thinking, I love this. And now it's going round and round because love makes the world go round. Okay, that's pathetic, but it's kind of like my joke for the day. But well, on a more serious note, I've been doing video thoughts for the day, and this is my 7th one dealing with the days of creation, but I'm stuck on day 6. This is part 2 from yesterday. Yesterday, I dealt with part 2, which is the day that God creates Adam and makes humanity, Adam and Eve. It says he made them male and female in his image. And I talked about what it meant to be in the image of God yesterday. But I said that today I would do this and tie in the Easter story, because Easter ties in to the Genesis passage in Genesis 1 that says God creates man and woman in his image, and Genesis chapter 2 where he creates Adam and tells the story of putting Adam to work as a gardener. You see, in Christian thought, the race that descended from Adam was a sinful race. It's why you and I really can never measure up to what we know we ought to be. But God had a solution for the sin of humanity. The solution could not be God just accepting humanity as they are, even though that sounds wonderful and loving. But that would violate the purity of God, for God to take into himself something. It's like a healthy body taking cancer into itself. You just can't do it. You got to clean it up. You got to fix it before it's got eternity within God. So if that makes any sense at all, God's solution, as Christianity teaches, is that Jesus came to provide purity for everybody, in the sense like an insurance company might pay for the car wreck you had and give you a new car in its place. Jesus paid the price, was the insurance payment on our behalf for the wreck. Now, here's the deal, and here's why I'm using it on day 6 of creation with Easter. If you go back to the Gospel of John, after the death and resurrection of Jesus on Easter Sunday, Mary sees Jesus and mistakes him for the gardener. That's in John chapter 20, around verse 15. Mistakes Jesus for the gardener because there is within the Gospel of John this whole storyline that should be bringing back to memory Genesis. They even start the same in the beginning. And so we need to see in that John passage that Jesus, the resurrected Jesus, is a new creation. Paul contrasts Jesus and Adam in Romans chapter 5, when Paul says that Adam was the progenitor of a race of sinners, but Jesus becomes the progenitor of a race of people who bear his righteousness. I really like the way Paul says it in 1 Corinthians, starting in about chapter 15, starting in about verse 45. Paul says that Christ is the new Adam, like a gardener. He's the new Adam. And just as we bore the image, or the old Adam bore the image, we bore Adam's image of sinfulness and all, we bear the image of Christ. When God made Adam and Eve to reflect his image, in Christ we are born anew from above to bear the image of Christ. That means it transforms the way we think, and it is also the image, the picture that people in the world see when they think of Jesus. So I've gone too long, but I want to challenge you today in this video thought. If you are a Christian and you're watching this, You understand, when you wear that title Christian, people will decide what Christ is like by watching you and me. I got to hike up my game. I think maybe you will too. But that's your video thought for today.